Hello,
and welcome.
If you found this video, I'm guessing you're a lot like us.
Quote-unquote adults.
With way too many games in your back catalog, and the man taking up way too many of your hours.
Meaning you'll never complete those games.
When zoning out for the night, we love watching trophy hunters and speedrunners blitzing through games and finishing everything with enough time to spare for refunds.
Well, we're neither talented enough
nor have enough time to do that, so instead, we're bucking the trends of these new overpriced and overbloated games by going back and finishing the games we already started.
At our pace.
That means we're using old saves,
new and old glitches,
and trying not to drive each other crazy as we go back to Plat.
That? It's the giant meatball. You okay over there?
I just wasn't expecting you to bark at me.
It was you said in character. So trophy hunting as a couple is quite unique in the sense that we do have the opportunity to take little snack breaks while still making progress. And all that means is that we kind of tire out a lot slower. But it can also be a slog sometimes when we're both kind of grinding through a single player game and only one of us is playing and the other one's either watching what trophies we're gathering or slacking off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
She a thick boy.
And that's why we like to break up the monotony and find a super fun couch co-op game to play. And luckily, one of the PlayStation Plus games of the month some time ago was Overcooked All You Can Eat. Now the luck here is really understated here, as these types of games aren't really my bread and butter. I tend to enjoy thrilling narratives or really hardcore challenges, but Holly loves this game. Actually, she beat 1 and 2 independently on her Steam Deck a while back. But free, and at least one of us likes it, means that we're probably going to grab the platinum in that game. We also had no trophies to start this time, but it didn't really matter all that much as this was a pretty quick completion. We loaded into the first game of the collection, and once we selected our characters, we started all the way at the end.
In the not so distant future.
I will say, like, some of them, like, it's nicer to have a person.
Giant balls attack the city. Rules at 12. We need our Lord and Savior, the Onion, to save us.
The Onion came.
We actually grabbed the first trophy of the run here for attempting to toss some salad.
What?
Hey! Trophy number 1!
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Something I did just learning the controls is I would come to learn that you can actually throw food in Overcooked too. 1 down and only 41 to go for the Plat. Now this run was equal parts stoic silent concentration for very long periods, and then explosive periods of trophies popping like popcorn left and right. Now for the story we had to go back.
We need to go back to the future. No, wait, to the past. We need to find John Connor and Sarah Connor. We need to save the future.
And not even one full level later, we popped 2 more trophies for sending out cold food. There you go. Hey, it's a cold. And for completing a level by doing all of the tickets in order. Kalaka Worka Kitchen. So that's 3 trophies now. If you had asked me before reviewing the footage which game was easy as pie, I def would have said this first game. But looking back, we ended up playing and replaying levels dozens of donuts of times. I think we just learned to restart early later on, but one of the methods that seemed to work best for us was the you stay on your side method, like you'll see here. It splits the jobs in half, meaning we weren't running amok everywhere, which worked most of the time. Next we went back and grabbed the fast food trophy for sending out 5 orders in 30 seconds, which was super easy in this tutorial. Hey, fast food, how did that trophy I didn't get? This didn't pop for me for some reason, but this method was too easy not to mention here. Trophies 4 and 5 were simple and surprising as they will just slow cook as you play the game. First, we almost burn an item. I must have gotten that at like the last second.
Oh my god, I lost my plate because
Then we get another trophy for emoting in the results screen. We did it! It's being emotional! And finally, I pushed Holly off of a popsicle. Oh, there are different types of... Yarvia pizza work! The next 3 all happened in the same level. As the game carried on, you really had to learn the gimmick, and in doing so, we extinguished our first fire.
not gonna get this.
If you can't stand the heat.
Decided to mess around a little bit as the level was ending.
Hey, and then your shit.
Brat's in the kitchen, let's go! and let the fire roar out of control. Right when we start.
Did you hear me?
No.
I'm like, this is fine, and then it popped.
That's it.
What the actual?
2 hours into the breakfast session, we had 9 trophies to our name, and we took a break. When we came back for second breakfast...
Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip. What about 11sies? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. He knows about them, doesn't he? I wouldn't count on it.
My PC had reset and defaulted our mic to our camera for some reason, so the next session has pretty terrible audio quality. But we petted the hot dog for a quick start.
You pet the dog?
And completed maps in a specific location for the next 2 Overcooked 1 specific trophies.
I honestly don't know them. Hey!
And went on to save the Onion Kingdom.
Hero of time!
5 minutes.
Afterwards, we did some of the co-op trophies, which thankfully you can complete as a solo if you'd like, but you do need 2 controllers. We grabbed 4 chefs with 4 glasses, 4 reptiles, and a crew of classic monsters. Yeah. It's a monster mash! I guess now's as good a time as ever to mention how fun, but sorta tedious some of these trophies were. This final level was something like 15 minutes long, and even setting up some of the co-op characters took a while for us geniuses to set up. And then you have to complete the 4 minutes, even if you have no intention of actually passing that level. This wasn't terrible for the co-op trophies, but you'll see later on that we had to complete the versus trophies, and to sit through the reset and finish out the level, which is 4 minutes long still, it's almost 2 hours straight just to grab those 2 trophies. Now, I initially felt skeptical about having both games in one package, but we ended up flying through Overcooked 1 extremely fast, and the first 40 minutes of Overcooked 2 was really insane. With 1 focusing on a giant meatball, which felt kind of random, but looked cool, 2 starts off with the rise of the walking bread, which I thought was hilarious.
And allow to rise. If you notice what those little gravestones look like, Nuggie.
They look like bread. Because bread rises
In the oven.
Rise.
We started the lunch run with the tutorial, which earned us 2 more trophies, one being the fast food one I mentioned earlier, which popped for me now, which was just as easy in this tutorial. Hey! And completing both games tutorials.
Trophy. Let us begin! That's 2 trophies!
We quickly petted Corndog again, hey, and ran over Unbread 10 times in the world map. Hey! While Holly was working hard, I dumped 99 items in the trash.
There we go.
Completed a level as a seafood character.
Something is fishy.
We both picked the to-go box character for another trophy.
Boxing champion.
And we completed a level in a balloon kitchen.
Pop? What was that for?
Throwing it in the air balloon.
Wow, hi, Club.
What?
Which also unlocked a trophy for discovering all the locations in the main games. Hey, well-renowned chef! What's that one for? This session was short, but we ended up grabbing 9 trophies in just about 40 minutes. Now, for as quick as those trophies were, these next 5 were a slog, but at the very least, we knew it was an expected one. We started off by completing a kitchen in the mines.
Get buried. What does that
mean?
mean?
Finally delivered the wrong dish 10 times, which I had been secretly trying to do the whole time, so it felt like a surprise when it came.
Oh, Jim. Oh.
Wait, I didn't have that trophy? I thought I had it. Then I went to go start dinner, so Holly got a trophy for teleporting as a raccoon.
What was I teleport as a wreck? Yes, trophy. Oh, I should have waited for Anthony.
And while dinner was cooking, I ended up grabbing the victory in a versus mode trophy. Hey!
What's this one?
It's win 1, and then you have to do 15. Now, before we cover the last trophy of the day, I felt we should throw some compliments at Overcooked too. The game really went all out in comparison to the first game, with unique ways to create levels, from moving platforms, which started off simple and expanded to whatever the hell this level was, to levels that transformed part of the way through. They really made you focus on some of them, and while we did have a ton of fun, they definitely made us focus. I'm looking through the videos now, and there's literally hours of us being so intently focused that we almost go that entire time without saying a word. Anyways, the last trophy of the day was for throwing 100 ingredients into pots, which I hyper-focused on while we failed a mission. Hey, finally. That one took a minute. So with 12 trophies left to grab the plat, we entered the dinner session knowing that there was going to be some slog. We powered through the rest of the story for Overcooked 2. Woohoo! The unbread. And grabbed some more multiplayer trophies, which included playing as 4 rats. Hey, infestation! Catching an item 15 times without dropping it as aliens. Like, what is this trophy? Hey, wait, you got it, I didn't.
Keep tossing it.
Okay. Woo! And throwing tomatoes at another player 5 times. Hey. Then we began powering through the expansions, grabbing a couple trophies for completing one world, completing the Ever Peckish Rising campaign.
And would you like
and would you like fries with that? What is that one? We also had a couple of trophies that you could only earn in the DLC, which were using a flamethrower to cook 20 items, which we did the assembly line style on.
I think you should.
Hey! You were about to say what?
Well, the timer hasn't even started yet.
And play a campfire level as 4 bear chefs. Doesn't count as a yay, bear picnic! Woo! And finally, we completed the first levels of all the worlds for another trophy, meaning that there were no more DLC trophies. What a terrible... Oh, World Traveler! That was it! Woo! Now, I'm not really sure why we decided to not do the Versus trophies dead last, but regardless, here's the question in the video while you watch me torment Holly. Can couples cooking culinary classics culminate in creating a case for cherishing or catastrophe?
I can't believe you would do this to your own wife. You're so evil! Get out of there! Go away! Come on!
Ding 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 ding! And no, we get the trophy! Oh, give me one
No, no touches.
With those yucky 2-hour trophies out of the way, we finished with the last multiplayer trophy and grabbed the Plat in Overcooked 2 all you can eat, putting this game on some Italian flavored ice. Boop! They suspect nothing. And then the legendary chef lives on. And that's Overcooked. Done and dusted. So there were periods that were a drag in the middle, but for a couch co-op game, we had so much fun with this. And the best part is, if we ever wanted to go back to it, which I don't, but Holly definitely does, the DLC levels really went out of their way with the different types of food and the places that you can go all over. It's kind of like when Epcot does the World Foods Festival, there's like different types of food everywhere. While it wasn't my cup of tea, it only took us 10 hours to get the Plat, which was the cherry on top of this sundae. And we'll probably do it again soon in another co-op game. Hopefully we'll see you guys there too. If you like this, please leave a like, comment, and possibly subscribe. It would mean the world to us. And if you like this, or you know people that would, please share it. And we'll see you next time in Back to Plat!